Welcome back to NC Bass, and today's part 2 of the 20 bass challenge. I'm getting there. I'm at 10. I need 10 more fish. Hopefully it doesn't take all day. If this time of year, guys, pre-spawn, when the water temperature is around 60 degrees, it's only 56 upriver, but around 60 degrees is my favorite time to fish. I've had some of my best days. You could fire up a school. The shad and the bass are both moving back at the same time, and when they meet, these bass can corral shad and you can catch numbers all day. If you can fire up a school, you can catch one after another, after another, after another. Hopefully that's what I can do. I've been catching them on the Ned rig so far, just one here and there. Fish that are moving up the spawn, look like buck bass mostly. Got one nice one on the crankbait this morning, but hopefully we can catch these next 10 fish quick. Hopefully I can catch more than that. I caught a bunch of multi-species this morning. Hopefully we can just catch bass, maybe a bigger fish. I caught one almost 2.5 pounds this morning, but hopefully we can catch some bigger fish. But the little fish are out and they're schooling up. Let's see how it goes. Oh man, didn't have it on camera, but that little shad rap will catch some tiny ones. Water temp is 61 degrees back here. I have yet to see any shad though, surprisingly. But there's one at the spillway. That's number 11. 9 more to go. There we go. It's tiny. A little largy though. And he ate it. Should have stayed here, guys. Back at the Perth Road Bridge. Little tiny largemouth. Number 12. Should have stayed back here. I don't know why I left. Well, I lost 2 in a row. Finally got one in. Of course, it's a little largemouth. I probably caught as many largemouth as spots today. Not more. Number 13. They're not big, and I've lost 2 in a row under here. They're biting. Probably all largemouth too. They're schooling. All 4 inches long, but they're schooling. There's one. You bit it when it's floating up. See them schooling out there. That's what I've been waiting for, them to school. Look, another largemouth. I've definitely caught more largemouth. The bait's tiny and the fish are tiny. Well, that's a rough looking little largemouth. Number 14. There he is. Oh my God, they're just tiny. I've resorted to throwing spinning rods. Ain't put a bait caster out in a while. I'm catching newborn largemouth bass. It's good that there's more largemouth in here than I thought. I got cutting down trees back here. Can't hear nothing I'm saying, but little fat little largie, full of largemouth back here. That's a good sign. They're all tiny though. 15. There we go. Feels better, but he's not. He's just a spotted bass. Tiny fish back here. Little spots fight a little harder. I mean, these fish are tiny. The ones actually chasing the shad are tiny. The bigger fish are hiding on the post or hiding in the shade trying to ambush them, but these guys are running them down and eating them. They're tiny. Number 16. There we go. Sure he's tiny too, but they are eating up this number 5 shad rat. He's a little baby. They're fun on the spinning rod, but it's a largemouth too. Number 17. There we go. They're a dock fish, actually. Finally, number 18. Another largemouth. And it's nothing but largemouth in the backs of these creeks. feel like the largemouth population is coming back strong. I hope so, at least. Little fat guy, he ain't big though. Number 18 though, 2 more. Well guys, almost to 20. We're at 18, I need 2 more fish. This is my favorite stretch of docks right here. I'm not big on fishing docks at Norman. There's so many docks here. I would rather fish riprap and bridges or deep brush piles, but sometimes some docks really outproduce others. A lot of times it's just random. It's so why I hate fishing docks. You can waste so much time trying to pick apart a dock, and usually can't use moving baits on dock. You gotta use jigs or shaky heads or something, but you can definitely catch fish on docks right now, and even big ones. They're moving up the spawn. The females will sit under a dock right before they lay eggs. I'm gonna try to catch my last 2 right here, but I'm still gonna go to the back of Stumpy or Cornelius Creek, whatever you want to call it, where I caught the big one this morning, and see if they're schooling back there yet. There's too many bank fishermen in the back of Rocky Creek on Perth Road, so I had to leave there. I definitely could caught some more tiny fish there, but hopefully the last 2 fish are bigger than what I've been catching. Got 1 good one this morning, but since then it's been all tiny fish. It's been a dink fest. There we go. Feels like a good one. It's a solid fish. No, it's not. Because it's a hybrid. Man, he was fighting. Lost the shad wrap. That guy's been caught before. Little hybrid. And he's so long and skinny, about looks like a striper. Fish needs to eat something, but I'm telling you, multi-species, I'm killing it today. Just need to catch 2 more bass. So I'll get this 20 bass challenge done. There we go. First cast on this little thing. Number 19. Found this thing with no hooks in my tackle box. Look at that little largemouth. So many baby largemouth. Go back and count how many largemouth. I know that's got to be 10 or 11 largemouth. This little thing, the 3D flat crank with the rattles, I knew it would have to work down here. But number 19, he's a baby. 1 more. There we go. Man, it got hit. They're fun on the spinning rod, even though they're tiny. Little largy. So many little largemouth back here. Number 20. I done it. I caught 20. They just needed something with rattles. I lost the shad wrap, but they weren't even biting it before. There it is, guys. Number 20. Little baby largemouth. I caught more largemouth than spots today, which is crazy. I can't believe it, but I'm glad. 20 fish finally. I'm gonna stay a little bit longer so I can catch a few more. Maybe it's something a little bit bigger. Oh yeah. Gotta twitch it sometimes. He's tiny. I don't even know if he's a bass. Wow. That's a giant. When I've caught a spot today, they've been like that. Even the largemouth have been small actually, but tiny little spot. There he is. Got him. First bed fish of the year. The female's gigantic, but the male's not that big. Female's 5 pounds. He looks small in the water. That female might be 6 pounds. He's barely hooked. Just barely hooked. Oh, nice. There we go. Took a while to get him. That's a solid male right there. The female's huge. I mean, the female's probably 6 pounds. That, because she looked huge and he looked like 12 inches in the water. I did not think he was that big. There's two beds. I can't tell which one the female is going to. There's a bed over here where they're really spooky. He was the only one that was locked down. He's the only one I could actually catch. I think she's on that bed too, but I can't tell. She's just cruising though. She ain't locked down. Let's get a weight on him. First bed fish of the year. I'm gonna call it a day. I really wasn't sure if he was catchable, but he wasn't taking off. He wasn't as spooky. $240. He's bigger than the one I caught this morning. I don't know why there's two beds within 20 feet of each other, but he didn't like it. A lot of times, guys, you just gotta let it sit. I kept pitching in, he would spook off. So I just let it sit there. See my line take off, he had it. Get him back in there so he can guard his fry or his eggs. If she's even laid them yet, but if she hasn't, she's about to. Well guys, gonna go ahead and end it. The big fish are spawning. The smaller fish, the little tiny ones are out there chasing bait, but the water temp is 63 degrees in the back of these pockets right now. And this weekend it's only gonna get better. That one looked like the only one locked down, but there's 3 beds just back here of males that are just shy and took off. But one giant female, that female might be 6 pounds. That's a giant bass back here. But I really didn't try to go sight fishing much today. I wasn't really sure they would be spawning already, but they really are. You guys are lucky you can go fishing this weekend, because they are, right now, the fish, when this video comes out, these fish are spawning like crazy. They'll be locked down, big ones, small ones. I mean, because the water tip's gonna rise so fast. So get you a good pair of sunglasses, find some clear water. If it's not windy, go try to, it's tough back here. Luckily the sunglasses, the pollen's on the water, so there's like a little skim of yellow on top. It's hard to see them, but these fish are spawning in shallow water, so I could see them. But luckily got one sight fish, did the 20 bass challenge. Finally, it was tough. Had to downsize and throw a spinning rod all day. The Ned rig and a tiny crankbaits is what got me most of my bites. Only one good fish and then the one bed fish. Both 2 nice big males, but everything else was tiny. Caught a bunch of different kinds, but finally finished with the 20 bass challenge. I'm happy. Next week, I'm gonna be getting ready for the big bass tournament, so I'll be fishing a lot. Stay tuned for those videos. And then the big bass tournament next weekend. We'll see you on the next video.